I just feel so passionate about the NHS. Half my family work in the NHS and I know what it's like on the front line, and it's existing on goodwill a lot at the moment, and we need to keep that by funding it properly and making sure that money's used wisely. And this reorganisation, we'll spend so much on reorganisation when at the moment it's needed on frontline services.
I think to have another reorganisation in the NHS is an incredibly expensive, uneconomical thing to do when money's scarce.
A lot of people are extremely concerned about the proposals of losing Pool's A&E and the maternity services in Pool to a lot of the focus being over in Bournemouth, and transport from here to Bournemouth is bad at the best of times.
I think also to close down A&E departments to open one in Bournemouth when it's on one side of Dorset is ridiculous. So we're here on the streets of Wimborne campaigning against this.
Tory cuts are just sucking the lifeblood out. Social care doesn't have enough money to absorb the number of people who really need their help. And we are so concerned that there just isn't enough resourcing going into the system to support the people who need it.
People are beginning to wake up to the real need for our NHS services to be funded much better than they are now, and for this continuous tinkering with the system is just not working. It demoralises the staff, the brilliant staff who work in it, and it doesn't provide the services that people really need.
Talking to people this morning, I've spoken to Conservatives, a few Liberal Dems as well, and there is a lot of concern. I mean, the NHS is cross-political in some senses. The fact that there is funding needs, the fact that we are spending a lot more on reorganising a service which does function but needs tweaking, when those funds that are used to reorganise could be put in frontline services.
I think one thing that's particularly worrying is the fact that they're going to plan to sort of reduce numbers of doctor surgeries in the area, which in a rural area like Dorset is going to be very bad for people.
The concerns too about any cuts to the local GP services, which we think will be coming shortly after this consultation, was brought up by a lot of people as well. So quite a lot of concern in town.
I just want people to get this message across, and that's why I'm stood here on this freezing cold morning giving out leaflets.